Hey guys, it's Rhonda with Got Junk in Our Trunk Estate Services, and I thought I would do a quick haul video. This is the day after Labor Day 2017, and I have already shipped out some things late Friday, so I don't have anything that I would include in what I call the Labor Day sales. This is just from Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and I've got a few things that I've still got to pick up at storage. I'll tell you about those if I think about it when I come to that point or whatever, but I just figured I'd show you a few things, and if you don't mind me reading off my cheat sheet I've got over here, it's tiny little writing, so hopefully I'll be able to see it, but I can tell you what I paid for stuff, and a lot of these were in recent haul videos, so if you've seen the other videos, you saw that I had those. The first item that I sold was the Sesame Street Hermit Christmas stocking. Got the buttons, very clean, things like this. Sale, starting in August. I've got some things, and I actually listed this, I think about a week or a week and a half ago, something like that. And people are already starting to buy their Christmas things, of course, and of course they're well into their Halloween things. So if you don't have them up, you better get them up pretty fast because you're going to miss your threshold on that. This one I purchased for 40 cents, and I sold it for $5 on a best offer plus shipping. And then next, I go to Walmart, and a lot of times if something's popular during a period of time, like if the Batman movie, a Batman movie comes out or something along those lines, I go up to Walmart and I look at their Hot Wheels cars to see if there's anything that kind of coincides with that, and then I'll buy things in a series a lot of times, and that's what I did with this one when a Batman movie came out a little while back. I had bought these, and I've just had them in stock. They always sell for 94 cents. If you're on Amazon, a lot of times you can sell things like this on Amazon. I don't do Amazon right now, but it might be something, that I would do in the future. But these are, let's see if I can pull out. There's the first of the set, but I got all of these for 94 cents a piece. And I sold, and I've got 6 of them, and I'll show you all of those. I've got 6 of those, and let's see. I ended up selling these for $17.94 plus shipping. So I've got this one. And let's see. There's the number 3. I've got 1 through 6 in there. Dark Knight. I didn't make a lot on it. This was like my last set. So I just went on and sold those so I could have some room for some Christmas toys and things. So. And then one final one. So somebody's going to be happy for Christmas time. And then let's see. Oh, this one. You'll love this one. I love this one every time I tell this story. And I'm going to get told ahead of time that I could have sold it for more. And I'm telling you that I'm an estate liquidator, and no, I couldn't. If I had of, it would have been a real random person, and I went on and sold this. When I go to the bins, there's pretty often, we've got the big rolling blue bins, the low side bins, at my thrift shop down there. But they also, in the hard goods section, where the glassware and things like that are, plush toys, things like that, they'll put those in those big gray totes that have like the folding sides. They fold over the side or whatever. Well, they'll line those up inside the bin, which makes it really difficult for somebody like me that has 2 bad shoulders over the years, and it's hard for me to reach up over into there. But I normally find a way to kind of dump it over a little bit and be able to look in it. Well, there's a lot of times that people, resellers all the time, pass by stuff that I end up getting because I just kind of hang back and I wait, and then I sell the unique things. And about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I went with my mom down there. And we have been working the current estate, both dog tired, and we decided that we would go to the bins anyway because we needed something to do. And, of course, we hadn't been dealing with junk all day long, so we had to deal with our own junk, I guess. But we went down there and piddled around, as Mom said. And so she's over in the clothing, and she's pulling things that she thinks I might be interested in, things that she is or whatever. But I always go to these hard good bins first Those are the things that I sell the most often, the most consistently. That just sells for me because those are things that I deal with all the time. The clothing is a little bit slower for me, although I do sell well on clothing. It sells a little bit slower unless it's vintage or something like that. Well, invariably, the resellers or just the people that's just coming in there, they'll see those bins come out and they'll have like the just flower pots, just plain old flower pots or glasses, sets of glasses, plates, things like that. They didn't want to throw them down in that bin, so they take old T-shirts that they think are not going to sell for anything. Nobody's going to want it anyway, and it's all holy or, whatever, messed up. And they'll take that and they'll wrap that around those items and rubber band it on there so that they, at least if somebody's digging through, that they can kind of open it up and see, exactly what's in there. And they maybe won't get broken, just from being tossed around. I always look through them. But I don't care about the glassware. I always look at the T-shirts that's on there because invariably I'll pick up a vintage T-shirt out of something like that because it'll be something that somebody's had for years. Well, I picked this one up and I saw the boxing gloves on it and I thought, okay, that might be a good one. Well, it is, and it's from our area. It's Memphis. It was Rumble on the River. What was that, 2008, I think? I think it was 2008. If I remember right, it may be on there and I just can't see it from here. But it's Rumble on the River. It's Tyson and Lewis. And you can see that it's all got paint all over it and things. Here on the back, it's got the other pictures on the back. And it's all holy and, messed up and everything. And so I took it up there, and by weight, I ended up paying 90 cents for it. And I sold it for $25. And I usually put the word in there thrashed, not trashed, but thrashed with a TH. That's something that they'll pull up almost every time. And any time that I've got something like this that's vintage, I put that word in there and it's just like it's magic. It waves a wand over it and somebody's got to have it. Well, the guy had come back. I had it for $34.95. I figured I'd probably get around $25 for it, on something like that. Now, again, this is not the actual event shirt, and everybody's going to say, oh, you could have gotten $250 for it, and they've told me on some of the sites and things, no, not for this one. This is not the one with the right tag. It has a vintage tag, but it's not the correct tag that belongs to the actual event shirts. I know. I live in Memphis. I was there during this period of time, and this is something that, I said 2008. That's not the right date. Figure it out. You can look it up. But I lived during here. I was born here. So I know that this came from the pyramid. This was actually put out by the pyramid, and it's not going to be something that's going to be as expensive on the market, as the actual event shirts that they put out, that Tyson and Lewis put out. They did put it out with similar pictures, but it was not the same. So there you go. You can take it or leave it on that. This was an XXL, and like I said, I ended up selling it for $25. So anytime that you go into these thrift stores, if they have things wrapped around other things, always look at those things because what they think is trash often is treasure. So you need to check that out. Moving along. I sold one of these, and I saw the pattern like this the next day down in the bins, and I thought, oh, I bet that's that same type of top, and it is. It's a little bit different style, but it's the Win-Win brand top. It's a little boho, and it's got the crocheted sleeves. I showed it in one of my recent haul videos because I just bought it within the last week or whatever. I ended up, by weight, I paid at the bins 80 cents for this, and I ended up selling it for $10 plus shipping. And that's the same thing on the shirt. I always charge shipping. So, that's going to be something on the Tyson shirt. I did that as well. This one I pulled out. It cost me $1. I got it at an estate sale, actually. Nobody bought it, and I bought it out from the estate sale. It's a Nike dry fit. You can see it's in good shape. It's got the air holes and things in the back. This was in a recent haul video. I bought it for $1 and I sold it for $10 plus shipping. I also keep telling you to buy these little ladies' bras. I've sold 3 or 4 this week. Some of them are the exhilaration like this. It's just a plain little brand. It's not anything dramatic, not anything stellar. It's a 34C. It's in good shape. You want to make sure that all of your wires are under here and they're not poking out each side or anything like that. If you go to the bins, these are things that you need to buy, or at yard sales and things like that. If you can buy them for $1 or under, you can sell them pretty well. This one I ended up taking a best offer on. I had a sale running, and then I took it on down to 50% off. So I sold this. I got it for $1/4 is what it weighed out to. And I ended up selling it for $4.99 plus shipping. I also got 2 or 3 of these little tops over a period of time. And it's skater tops. Here's one. This one's fuchsia. I don't know if it can show up. It's a real pretty color. But it's fuchsia. It's in good shape. It's got the thumb holes on it, you know, so that way you know that it's a skater shirt. There they are on the ends. And let's see if I got a brand. Yeah, it's a merino blend. It's a dry release with fresh guard. This one I ended up paying 50 cents for, and I sold it on a best offer for $4 plus shipping. This I pulled out of the bins. It's one of the growth charts. The box was over on one side and everything. I had to put it back together, but it is brand new. It's not been opened per se, like to use or anything like that. It looks like it's in good shape. I ended up paying 50 cents for this, and I sold it on a best offer for $5.24 plus shipping. And then, let's see, got this one at the bins. I think almost all of them came from the bins, not quite, but almost all of them. USMC shirt, in good shape. Doesn't have any holes in it or anything. A couple of little dark spots that I noted in my listing. It's a base side, made in America, so you know it's going to sell well anyway. It's a 2XL. I ended up paying $1 for that, and I sold it on a best offer for $7 plus tax. I tell you that the Hawaiian themed shirts sell, and also the liquor themed shirts. So anytime that you can get something that's a combo of those two, it's usually a pretty good sale. I've had this a little while, maybe, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, something like that. It's Palm Wave brand, so it's not like a Tommy Bahama or anything. That was probably why it didn't sell quite as quickly, and it's also a medium. Another reason that it might not sell as quickly. But it's got the all the North Shore brew and, you know, stuff like that on there. This one I paid $2 for. I think I got this, if I remember right, I got this at Park Avenue Thrift. I had to think for a minute. Park Avenue Thrift, but it's almost always I buy on a half price day, so it would have been like $3.99, and I ended up paying $2 for this one, and I sold it for $15.99 plus shipping. So that was a good little buy. They didn't even make me an offer on it, and I always have best offer on everything that I've got. Let's see. I'll insert here, even though I don't have it. I've got to pick it up at the storage. I found a little tin. It was about this big, about this tall or whatever, and it was a watch tin, and it's a Fossil brand watch tin. Red Southwest Service Center tin is how I had it listed. It's something that was just thrown down in there, and it looked kind of old-fashioned. If I can figure out a way to insert it on this, I will, or if I remember. I may not remember. You know how that is. You've seen my other videos. I will insert it in there if I can figure out a way to put that in there. I'm using a new video editing type thing, and I don't always know what to do. But anyway, I'll figure it out. It's really cute, though. I wish I had a picture of it, you know, a large picture of it. But I ended up paying 99, no, it wasn't 99, 59 cents for that. Can't see this. And I sold it for $6.99 plus shipping on that. So that's pretty good. I also pulled this out of the bins, which it was in really good shape. It was on a recent video. It was the Hooters shirt, Anchorage. And I actually sold it to somebody in Anchorage. And when I saw it pull up, they made me an offer on it. Let me think of what. Let's see what I ended up selling it for. If I remember right, I believe I had $17.99 on it originally, you know, just as a listed price with best offer. And then I ran a sale on it, for 30% off, I believe, if I remember right. And then they made me a lowball offer and back and forth and all of this kind of stuff. And I looked down there and I saw that they were, I thought, well, I could probably get a little bit more money out of them because I saw that they actually live in Anchorage. So I ended up selling it. I bought it for 80 cents and I sold it for $8.50 plus shipping. This little dress I got a little while ago at a church sale. I bought a whole bundle of stuff and with several things that I've already sold. I've way made my money back on the first sale, if I remember right, the first or second sale. But I only spent $15 at the church sale that was a friend of mine, and I went there to see, what she had and all of that type of stuff, and there were a lot of costumes over there, so I bought all of the costumes that she had, but it was one of the little Cinderella costumes, and of course this time of the year they start selling, and then little girls wear them all year. See how sparkly? Makes you feel fancy. This one is actually a Disney, and I believe it is medium, if I remember right. I just took all of the items that I had and I just kind of assigned a price to it, and I ended up with about 15 items. So I had $1 in this and sold it on a best offer for $10.99 plus shipping. Also inserting in here a picture if I figure out how to do it, but I'll tell you about it. I bought a whole bunch of jewelry. That was in another one of my videos. And I bought a whole bunch of jewelry from this lady. Ended up paying $10 or $12, whatever it was, for the whole entire thing, $13, whatever it was. And divided it all out. And I had a lot of it that was sterling silver and different things. Well, I had these little bitty, almost like a bubble-shaped witch earrings, and I knew that they would sell this time of year, so I pulled them out so that I could go on and get those up, and I ended up selling them to a lady that came back, and she had me describe all of it because she's blind, and she couldn't see, did it have any cloth on it, did all of these different things, and we went back and forth quite a bit, so I've got to pull those out of storage for her, but I sold those, and I advertised them as Laughing Witch women's earrings, fishhook dangles, spooky rattling bells, because they had like a little bead inside. And she popped on those right away, and she actually paid price for them. I ended up paying 50 cents, about 30 to 50 cents for those, if I just kind of, divided all of the jewelry out into one pile like that. And I ended up selling them for $8.99 plus shipping. I sell a lot of these snapback hats. This one needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but it is brand new. It's still got the hanger on it and things, but I got one that's the Pentagon, and somebody bought it pretty quickly. It's got the adjustable on the back, so that's something that's pretty popular for truckers and things. I ended up paying $1 for this at Park Avenue Thrift, or no, that's not correct. I bought this at the bins because it was $1, because Park Avenue Thrift would have been a little less than that. Because I only go on half price day. So at the bins, I pay $1 a piece for any of these, and I ended up selling this one for $7.99 plus shipping. And then this I just listed. It's I think it's a 2X. Yeah, it's a 2X, brand new. It's a Jacqueline Smith collection, so we know that it probably came from Kmart. Yeah, Kmart on here. And it still has the tags and things like that. It's an overshirt over like a white tank underneath, in good shape. She asked me for a couple of the measurements. I hadn't taken the measurement on the undershirt that was on here. I neglected to do that. I usually do. And I just neglected to do that. So I took a couple of measurements, and she ended up making me an offer on it. I had $18.99 on it, and I had $1 in it. I bought it at the bins, and it weighed out to right at $1 on that. And she ended up purchasing it for $15 plus shipping. So that was a good little purchase. And then last but not least, I got this out of the bins. I found the box and everything. I found everything but the flash cube, because normally it would have a flash cube in here as well. I had to dig out the little book. It was in a different bin, but I did find it. But it's one of the Yashica cameras. It's got the extender on top for the flash. You see the flash is missing here. And it's missing something else here, but I showed everything. I said, this is complete. This is all that it's got. And I bought that because our electronics are a little bit higher there on the hard goods. They usually do everything else by weight, as far as any of the clothing or anything like that. The shoes are $2 a pair for anything that we get. And then the hard goods run anywhere from 15 cents for little bitty toys on up to about $5, depending on the electronics. That one I paid $2 for, and I ended up selling it for $16.99 plus shipping. I took best offer on that, so that was a good little deal. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got to get to storage and pull out fossil box. It's according to my own notes because I can't remember anything. But I did, the best thing that happened today, I mean, that was really great, and I love all of the sales that I had. You know, just I was listing a whole lot, but I wasn't actually making it go live this weekend. I did a lot of the promoted listings and things like that, so a lot of those came from that, I'm sure. And I've been working on the estate, so I haven't been able to produce a whole lot of sales, you know, until this weekend. And that was decent. I think it was 17 of them altogether or something like that. Around 17. I might have 2 that I'd already shipped off, I think, before I made the video. But the very best thing that happened today was I found this. I don't know if you can see it. I got a secret admirer note. It says, "Hello, Gigi." So that kind of gives me a little hint. "Hello, Gigi. I love you." And it's got somebody with crazy hair. Probably me. And then it's got somebody with a little bit different hair. Probably somebody I know. And then all the hearts and things. And it says, "From your secret admirer," with a lot of R's. You gotta love the kids. Hope everybody's having a great day where you are. Get out there, list stuff, and if you've got a store and you haven't checked out promoted listings, please do it. I'm telling you, it is worth it. You can do from 1% up to 20%. You can choose your own ad rates, and I'm telling you, as soon as I start running a campaign, that phone starts ringing. So I want that for you too. Hope you have a great one. Happy junking.